After coming to terms with realizing the fact that I'm just gonna use an assault rifle and grenades the entirety of this game, like I won't be able to use any of the cool powers, any lasers, any missiles that the other bros have, I decided to take a stab at the first world. But before doing that, I had to take care of the true enemy of this game. These birds flying everywhere. After murdering them, I decided it was time to enter World 1. I went in with my shirt tucked and my balls dropped, and took the lives of 2 young gentlemen, double tapping them just to make sure their lives exited their fucking bodies. I got to the top of the level and killed the final boss, who disappeared into a dark mist. I'm not sure where he went, but I hope it's someplace nice. Level 1 was completed and the game was coming to an end. Level 2 gave no issue whatsoever either. It was so easy, in fact, that I was about to give up this challenge because of just the lack of difficulty it had. I was baffled. I took World 1 as practice. I disemboweled my enemies and turned them into nothing but a red mist. It was something truly special to behold. But like every challenge run, there comes a turning point. While in World 1, I finally died due to my stupidity and allowed a bullet to hit me right between the eyes, killing me instantly and severing my spinal cord. After dying, all my confidence basically left. I realized that this game was going to be harder than I thought, and I knew most of the deaths were going to come to some stupid shit I was doing. I kept dying and dying and dying, but then finally, after a couple carefully calculated maneuvers and a few perfectly thrown grenades, I finished World 1, and with my gun still loaded and my shirt now untucked, I got in my chopper and flew to World 2. Now World 2, believe it or not, was nothing special. I felt as though it was another cakewalk. I shot a few guys, I sliced a few guys, and I threw a few guys. As my body count increased, so did my stupidity, because I thought I could climb down this ladder without touching my comrade, without saving the dude I'm supposed to save. I was in such disbelief that I decided to double check to make sure I actually didn't save him, but turns out I did. So I had to go all the way to the menu and reset the unlock. After failing so miserably and realizing I'm fucking stupid, I went back into the game and tried it again, only to realize that I can't throw grenades properly. I swear to God, no matter how hard I try to throw a grenade, it's always gonna go somewhere else. I don't know if it's my aim, I don't know if it's because I'm just, like I said, I'm not a good gamer. It's not working out well, man. I seem to be dying more than I'd like to, and it's due to just me making dumb decisions, not even because the game is hard, it's just I suck. It's literally only World 2, and I swear to God, I felt like my arms were so heavy that it made my knees weak and my palms sweaty. Like, after dying so much to all these men that hopped out the G-Wagons, I decided to get serious and murder them so fucking hard that an open casket was no longer an option for these gentlemen. I did all that work that you just saw, just to get my goddamn cheeks jiggled by this guy's long black minigun that he was wielding. But finally, after a few more tries and a couple hits to my self-image, no doubt, I climbed up Heaven's Arena and put the red man to sleep, ending him for good. I then realized that all this time, all these deaths, all this gameplay, and I was still only on World 2, and I had to fight my first real challenge. Harold the goddamn helicopter. Immediately after realizing what exactly it is I'm going to be facing up against, I decided to shock him, to do something that he wouldn't think possible. Immediately after starting the fight, I killed myself in order to confuse him and throw him off his guard a little bit. As soon as I spawned back though, I purposely engulfed myself in flames, again in order to assert my dominance and show him that I ain't playing. I'm willing to do whatever it takes to kill him. After asserting my dominance, I went ahead and inserted a few rounds of lead into these 3 gentlemen, killing them instantly. Harold tried his hardest. I swear to God, he put so much effort into trying to kill me, but it was futile. He was no match for my gamer sense. He tried to spread my cheeks, only to end up with his ass spread wide open. After finally shooting him enough times, Harold collapsed due to heat exposure. Taking the life of Harold and unbuttoning my untucked shirt gave me access to move into World 3. Now I went into World 3 knowing damn well I was going to bathe in the blood of my enemies. Immediately after hopping out the truck, I was hungry for blood, and peacefully put everyone to sleep. Making my way to the Red Man, I got into an intense battle with a formidable foe. Someone I didn't expect to battle. Someone who actually managed to kill me many times. But I of course came out on top due to my infinite amount of resets. With him dead, I of course got my nipples pierced and stretched by an enemy I didn't anticipate, causing me to once again regret this challenge. After training these cute little dogs how to play fetch, I realized they got too attached to me and wanted to play fetch with my corpse. And this became a pain in my ass. These dogs became harder to kill than the enemies with literal weapons to shoot me with. But after one luckily well-placed grenade, I managed to kill these cannibalistic dogs and get to the chopper. After not knowing where Shaggy was, Scooby fell into a depression and killed himself. This allowed me to slip by undetected and fly past this level. The game literally thought that missiles would be enough to stop me and thought they would be the death of me, but little did they know that goddamn it actually was. After dying so many times to these goddamn missiles, I came back more confident, only to get shot back right into my depression. I spawned back once again with fierce and determination and turned this man into a bunch of bloody red chunks. I then saw the red man once again. I looked at him and I made a 3-pointer with his corpse. And with that, I made it to the terror cannon. His suicidal ammunition had no match for my elite tactics. I turned his tank inside out, poured some salt on him, flipped him over, and spat on him for the final blow. World 3 was done, and with my shirt now completely off, I was ready for World 4. I'll be honest, man, I spawned in, it was quiet. Like no enemy in sight. As I searched, I jumped into a hole that killed me instantly. I didn't expect that. I didn't know why I did that. I just thought it was a good way to go. I learned from my mistake and pressed on, only to get killed by another mistake I did, and ended up getting crushed. After spawning one more time, I realized I had to be way more careful, and after making my way deeper into the level, I got scared by seeing 2 drill does come out the ground and eject enemies from its penile hole. I put them all in coffins and went on with my journey. I made it to New York and got greeted by gunfire and explosives. The smell of sewage and worn out Timberland boots kept me going through this dilapidated city. You know, pressing on and dying in ways like this is the reason why this challenge is becoming quite therapeutic for me. I'm starting to realize, like, how bad I really am at games. Like, I considered myself, to be honest, a pretty average player. You know, I'm pretty good at certain games, but, you know, I realized my IQ isn't as high as I thought it was. And thank you BroForce for making me feel this way. I made it to the top of the area and used my big boy brain to leave a propane-sized hole in the stomach of my enemies. A couple well-thrown grenades and some bullet dodging was all I needed to make it to the new enemy in the game. These robots were so powerful that the urge to just go inside them was hard to fight off. And it felt really bad knowing that I wouldn't be able to use these robots because it would mean I would fail the challenge. So after getting in one and hopping right back out of it, I hopped back into one to save my life. One more perfectly placed grenade was all that was needed to end World 4. With my pants now unbuckled, my shirt completely off, I was ready to drag my depressed ass all the way to World 5 and get this game over with. And just like that, just entering World 5, I was forced to deep throat a missile coming straight towards me. Mission failed after mission failed after mission goddamn failed. I finally made it to the chopper. It's fair to say this world managed to permanently lower my fucking self-esteem. But then, like a ray of light shining from the heavens, I saw what was shooting those missiles. This well-hidden tank was now my greatest enemy. I went in full throttle, balls in, dick out, only to be overwhelmed by all of his heavy artillery. It took a total of like 4 tries to finally leave that disgusting area and move on to greater things. I lowered my pants to my ankles and hopped my way to World 6. Now I'll be honest, once I entered World 6 and I saw these allies of mine, these recruits I can get in the game, I was really tempted on whether or not I can use them. But I said no. I slaughtered this pig and used it to get across the entire goddamn level, only to feel like a pussy, so I killed myself and restarted the level. I made a blood geyser using the bodies of my enemies and completed the level nice and easy. Using the environment seemed like the best way to complete these levels, but I somehow always found a way to die almost instantly. For some reason, I grabbed the suicide bomber and threw him at the cage my comrade was locked in. And I don't know what happened, but like I completely forgot I was doing this challenge and picked him up. I helped him as if I wasn't doing a challenge, as if I wasn't recording anything. And after I realized what I did, I had to question my intelligence. I sat there and I thought about what the hell is wrong with me. It's like, I swear to God, sometimes I wake up in the middle of the night, I go in the fridge, I grab a carton of milk, I pour it into a glass, but I put the glass in the refrigerator and put the carton of milk in the sink. Look, I can't explain it, but I'm just trying to be real with you guys. This is what happens. My brain just shuts off randomly. But I can't be the only one. So after getting all that debacle settled, after resetting what the hell I just did, I got treated to a beautiful cutscene depicting the beautiful life of one of the suicide bombers. He fought well, but he was no match for me and ended up just becoming red paint on grass. Pressing forward, I finally had a chance to fight this pedophile who appeared. His dual-wielding missile launchers and endless amounts of bombs posed quite a challenge, and he indeed wiped his ass with me many times. But with a little patience, some perseverance, and a little bit of determination, I managed to scare my foe into killing himself, giving me the fattest W of my life. After disrespecting him by flexing my biceps, I went on with my life. Pants now completely off and my shoes untied, I went ahead and blasted towards World 7. Now I will admit, World 7 is probably the shortest world I think I've ever played. It took me like 9 minutes to complete. So let me just sum it up for you. Look, after being crushed to death many times, I eventually killed the red dude again, and I was off to fight Harold's brother, Thomas the helicopter. Now Thomas was pissed off at the fact that I ate Harold's ass, and he was not holding anything back, and ripped me to shreds. However, I then realized Thomas wasn't playing, so I grabbed a tub of G Fuel, I arched my back, got into the casual gamer position, and decided to actually try. Thomas was no match for me. After a couple of tank explosions, Thomas was no more. In glorious fashion, he exploded, sending me flying over to world number 8. Shoes off and socks still on, I headed into world 8 with a mission. I had my eyes set on the red man and to increase my kill count. After a few bullshit deaths, I did exactly that. And now my crosshairs were set on the Sky Fortress. His ass was grass and my mouth was the lawnmower. I need you guys to completely understand that. I outsmarted this man so goddamn hard, and after only dying twice, I realized I was the best BroForce player of all time. With countless big boys already crossed out the list, I felt confident in my boss fighting skills. After taking both my socks off, World 9 was ready to be conquered. I created a fruit punch beverage using the blenders they gave me in this game and drank it to continue on with the level. I eventually came across another fortress, and I thought it would be smart to take out all these enemies first, but look, it's impossible. I ended up dying more times than I can count. So I had to think of a smarter idea, a smarter approach. I had to use my brain. I decided the best thing to do was to try to get on him and blast his ass back to the factory where he came from. After getting on him, I realized I couldn't blast through this silver part for some reason. I don't know why. However, after decapitating this young man, I made it to the other side of the fortress, and I entered him. I entered him real fucking fast and hard and shot the shit out of him. World 9 was liberated and so were my boxers. I went into World 10 ass out and made this bulldog cartwheel all the way back home. After that, I made bootleg Boba Fett kill his own allies. Another mech decided he could avenge his fallen brethren but failed only after 5 tries. I asserted my dominance and made a name for myself in the mech world. With piles and piles of bodies under me and my veins still pumped with testosterone, I headed off to where the game finally poses a challenge, World 11. Now for those of you that don't know and haven't played BroForce, World 11 is where the Xenomorphs come in. And god damn are those things hard to kill with Rambro. I will say this though, in part 2, I was fucking around with my video settings and the quality is so much better, like I promise you that. So if you guys are interested in seeing my struggle in part 2, please stick around. Part 2 will release maybe in about a week or 2. Not too sure, I'll have to see, I'm not too good at editing. I'll try to get it out as quick as possible. But yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing you guys in the second video. If you like what you see here and you want to see more, please comment down below any tips, any challenges you want to see me do. I'll promise you I'll look at them. Please subscribe to my channel and I'll see you guys on the next video.